What's up, guys? Cornered here. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of updates, a lot of comics, a lot of cool things, and a lot of geek stuff. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is why does my video look really crappy? That would be because I don't have my Logitech C920. And what you're actually seeing, unfortunately, is a terrible MacBook Pro webcam, which actually does, I think it does 1080p. It may be doing 720p. I'm not 100% sure. We will find out. But as far as the quality is concerned, I unfortunately don't have my C920 and will need to be purchasing another one. So, while we do that, I figured I'd give you guys an update with this laptop and whole scenario and setup. So as you can see, I'm actually in a different location. And for me, it's really important because it allows me to move out. I'm in an apartment and I can do many YouTube videos, do what I need to do from the day-to-day stuff, and get my life straight together. And I'll be doing more videos based off of technology and life and just a lot of stuff in general. But the first thing I wanted to talk about is what's near me. And what I really think is cool is what's near my apartment, if you will, is a comic store. And I really never used to be into comics. I really am not 100% into comics yet, but I am really into horror movies. And I didn't know these exist and just asked the person, does this comic exist? He's like, yeah. And we have some of it in stock. And then he's like, oh, what about Halloween? Well, we don't have that in stock. A couple days later, he finds a Halloween comic. This actually exists. I mean, I was just more shocked than anything else that this exists. So I'm gonna actually open it right now. It's not necessarily in a seal. It's actually more or less in a nice little holder here. So I'll probably keep the holder. But this is cool. This is really, really cool to me because Halloween is a classic movie, and this, you know what? Come to think about it, this comic itself is in really good shape, and I really need to be careful of this because it's actually it's not really damaged. It feels new, other than some probably right there, as you can see, a little bit of scuffs. But this point is that I don't know when this came out. There were 6,666 copies available worldwide. If you don't get the reference there, it's a Halloween thing. But this is really cool. In fact, this comic is art to me, so I'll probably be very careful when I read it. But I just think that this thing is so sweet. The fact that they've released a Halloween comic, and it's probably all about Halloween, from what I'm seeing. Oh my God, this is cool. I gotta be careful. I don't want to actually open this thing up all the way, but if you look inside, I can't really see, but if you can see the Michael Myers, yeah, right there, that's pretty cool. And to me, this is why I would get into comics, because of just cool horror artwork. So, continuing on with that, we're going to put this one aside. This is going to be a little bit of a lengthy video, because I kind of went crazy over the comics. So, on my quest for more horror stuff, we're going to venture into another one of my favorite movies, which is the first one. Hold on one second. I'm looking for that. Unless I don't have the first one. I thought I did. Let me see. Where is that comic? Well, let's see. I'll try to find it, if I can't find it, but I swear I had it. 1 second. Let's see. Alright, well, I'll show it anyways. So, another really, really good movie that I liked, as far as horror, was A Nightmare on Elm Street. And I asked the guy, did they ever release a Nightmare on Elm Street comic? And he's like, yeah, we have it. And there we go. I mean, guys, if you didn't know this stuff existed, it might be worth a look if you're a horror movie fan, because it's just nice to have, actually. I think it's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one up, too. We'll just take a peek at some of the artwork. So, doesn't feel as premium as Halloween. Oh, now check this out. This is pretty cool. Now, this is just alone shows you the year this thing has been made, but this is the Final Nightmare, and it's an ad for it on the back. I think that's freaking cool. and it says it's going to come out September 13th. That's pretty neat, and the fact that it's been you can tell it's quite old. But let's see some of the artwork that we have here. Oh wow, I think I'm not afraid to open this one up fully because I have multiple ones. But as you can see, they're not afraid to show much about this. It's actually. Let's see here. Let me find a really cool part. Now the thing about these is, I guess they weren't really that popular when they came out. That's why a limited number of them were sold. But let's see if I can find. I mean, I think the Halloween artwork did it better, but it looks pretty realistic. There's Nancy on the this, in my case, the left hand side. And as you can see, there's Freddy Krueger. So I mean, it does a pretty good job at making the comics. I mean, I really like that. So let's take a look and see if the artwork got better in the 4th issue. So again, I got a little bit obsessed when they start releasing stuff for good horror movies. I'm like, well, there should be a comic for them, and there was. So don't want to have this happen. Really don't want to have this happen. Okay, let's look at the 4th one, and if I'm lucky, I'll get the 1st one. But again, really, really cool. And these must have been released in the same month because, again, the advertisement was for Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare, which was a 90s show, coincidentally. Wow. That must be an ad for something else. Huh. If you look at the artwork, it's actually really interesting. It looked like it seems like it's changed a bit. There's kind of the artwork there. Now let's see if I can get a picture of Freddy here. Now, I haven't read them yet, and I may end up doing a review on these specific comics and see how they are. But let's see. This one really just goes back into his past. Maybe that's why everything it looks a little different. Very similar to the Freddy's Dead. You know, it doesn't seem like a Freddy. Alright, so here's one picture of Freddy Krueger, which I think is pretty cool, but I think this touches more on his past. This is. And you gotta appreciate the artwork on this. I mean, really, that is freaking cool. So, that makes me happy. Alright, so the last bit of comics, I'm not going to open up every single one. I really do like this Halloween, though. I really want to keep this one. This one actually feels kind of special. The last bit of horror series is my personal favorite, as far as like cartoons are concerned. You guessed it, Trios of Horror. Now they really, Simpsons comics have been around for a while, and I've always been a fan of them because they're feels like I'm watching a movie. And the amount of artwork that they put into this is just amazing. If you take a peek right here, I might have even read this comic because some of these I had in a book series of things, but I mean, you gotta appreciate all of the artwork that goes into this. This is quite a heavy comic too, so they probably put a lot of time and work into it. But as you can see, they really captured the Simpsons pretty damn well. And I recommend reading the Simpsons comics to anybody who's not really 100% interested in comics, or if you like the Simpsons, because it really feels like you're watching an episode of the Simpsons. That's really reason why I read it. Now, could get into it. I also found a rather interesting one. This might be one of the first comics. I don't know why it was. These prices I didn't pay as much for, but it's kind of cool to have a bunch of this stuff. And they released a lot of horror stuff. Simpsons are still releasing comics actually, and I still have one. I think here's a 2015 edition. I've already read it. But yeah, it gets interesting because it's like watching a movie. For me, I'm more into the movie-based comics than anything else, or even the superhero comics. The manga, I'm gonna get shot for saying that way, but it's just not 100% what I'm into. I'm into TV shows, I'm into TV series, I'm into even the DC stuff, so the superhero stuff and that's where I like the comics. And speaking of which, yeah, I'm a bit of a Doctor Who person, so I thought this was pretty cool. They released a Doctor Who comic, and I'd kill to get a hold of the Star Trek Doctor Who comic. If you guys know about that, put in a little comment in the comment section about the Doctor Who comic with the Star Trek crossover, which I thought was pretty cool myself. So anyways, that's that with the comics. Again, I haven't even read all of them, and I'll start reading them tonight. I'm really looking forward to this Halloween, and I will be doing a personal review on Halloween because, honestly, it's just such a good movie. You guys have to see it. If you haven't seen it, it's a classic horror movie. I wish I could find the first Nightmare on Elm Street one, because I believe I have that, but it's not in this stack. So that's that. I kind of got a little bit into comics because there's a store near me. So, that is that. Now, and I've always had, or happen to have, unfortunately these got damaged in the move, the Star Wars comics. I always thought they were kind of neat. I'll probably have to buy another 2 of these, which are kind of cool. But anyways, that's on comics. The next thing is I'm going to start releasing more videos, and I mean this on a level that you have no idea how important this is, but I'm going to start releasing more videos on tech, more videos on how-tos. In fact, I'm going to try to follow somewhat of a schedule in doing this. At least every weekday, I'm going to try to come up with one video to upload. I can't guarantee it, but I'm going to try. And that is kind of where I stand on this. It may be a tech video. It may be a review of a comic. It may be something that interests me, but that's what I'm going to do. And I love technology. I love actually being able to talk and express myself on YouTube. So you guys be fair with the comments. Just be honest and like this video if you like it, or dislike it if you don't. Obviously, I say that every time. And kind of building up my production. Now, I know this has been a long video, and I appreciate those who stuck around because it's more of a talk right now. But this is big for me, and I just felt like uploading it to YouTube. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And right now, as limited as I am trying to get everything up and running, I am actually on my T-Mobile phone, and I'm uploading through my T-Mobile phone. And I can get access to the internet through my T-Mobile phone because right now I don't have cable, which is supposed to be coming tomorrow. So hopefully that updates, actually Friday. So, but that's it on the comic side of things. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. So we will be uploading, or I will be uploading more videos, of course, very soon. And I know I've said this in multiple videos, and I know I haven't really done as much content as I like, but now that I have my own place, I really feel that I can do it, and it doesn't really take that much time. It's just needing to be done. So if you guys have any suggestions or advice or comments, just put it in the comment feed. I will follow that. I mean, I like doing shows where I talk, and it's kind of cool to show things that I like often, and anybody could really. Not anybody, but a lot of people, you can don't really want to damage this, but you can afford to do this type of stuff. If you like comics, or if you like doing stuff on YouTube, just go ahead and do it. Nothing's really potentially stopping you unless you have terrible internet speed or anything like that, but it's not gonna, it doesn't take too much to set this thing up and to set things up. I will also be having more of my stuff actually scripted, which will be kind of nice on professional videos because I have a nice little tablet stand here, and unfortunately I need to get another charger, but that's pretty much it. I will be uploading my videos with a new webcam pretty soon. I will be getting that probably on Friday, but I will upload a video tomorrow in regards to anything that I find interesting. Maybe a home tour pretty soon. I want to make it more geeky, because right now the only thing that's geeky right now are the comics that I have and the Batman waste bin that I have. But that's pretty much it. I'd like to do some more things around the house just to make it look cooler, so it looks nice, or it's really an apartment. But anyways, guys, I've rambled on too long. If you like this video and you enjoyed just talking or listening to people talk, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions, just let me know. I will try to make things accommodate for you guys, and hopefully create a Windows 10 video, which is coming up soon, and I hope it's pretty soon. So thank you guys for watching this video. Definitely comment, rate, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos, which I promise you I will do. I will try to do every week, and we'll get everything together as we can. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down, and I will see you guys tomorrow.